Good Monday morning, everybody. We are headed off to work, doing some stuff for the old man today. Him and Tyler went out to a different job, so I'm flying solo. Just got to grade out a little extra parking space thing, so shouldn't be more than a couple hours. And yeah, and we should be good. So do that, and then we'll come home, and I'm gonna try to fix that oil leak on that Kawasaki. And then I have an oil leak on my street bike also. It's frustrating. But yeah, Monday morning, off we go. Currently in the hurry up and wait mode. Got here to the job because the fill dirt was supposed to be delivered about 9 o'clock. It's about 9:30 now. Just got a call, it's on its way. So should be here 15-20 minutes. So we're just kind of chilling, hanging out. Alright, dirt got delivered. Now it's time to spread her out here. Alright, so today's a little slower than last week was. Last week we had like 4 or 5 jobs for powder. This week we've only got a couple. We've got one in right now, one coming in Friday. So tomorrow and Wednesday the plan is to go do this first powder job because they're running boards, so they're too big for my oven. So I have to go over to Scotty's house and coat them over there. I gotta go up and blast them. So plan is go blast tomorrow, coat Wednesday. Tonight I'm gonna work on some little coating stuff. I worked on the Cowie earlier, so when I get back from the gym here in a little bit, I'm gonna try to run that and see if it leaks oil still or not. Hopefully it doesn't. And yeah, gonna work on, like I said, trying to coat just some little things that we have. So that's the plan here. Right now I'm putting together some more videos from the weekend. I got a nice thing about going racing, get a lot of content. You know, I have my motos, I put the GoPro on some other people, so I've got, what do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 4 more videos to do from this weekend alone. So, really fucking hate Mondays at the gym. There's just like way too many people, like all the weekenders show up, all the part-timers. It's just annoying. You can't get to what you want to do. So, I don't know, got most of my workout in. I'm not riding today because riding 3 days in a row really doesn't do it for me anymore. Just creates a bad rest of the week. So anywho, changing shoes here. Gonna go for a little jog because I haven't done that in a while. Just keep that cardio level up. Come back, track prep, do a few things in the garage, eat, and call it a day here. So that's the game plan we got going on. Jog time. Alright, so before I wrap up this vlog, I just want to debrief a little bit more about the races from this weekend, because when you come off the track initially, you're frustrated, you're going, man, I didn't hit that line right, and that's what cost me, or I freaking crashed, and that was my issue, whatever. I'm going to try to be more positive. I don't really want to be negative about stuff, so after watching some of the race from both days and thinking about it a little bit more, I've come up with some positives, and I just want to, you know, share so you guys, you know, so that you guys know that I know that I'm making progress, and, you know, hopefully you guys can see it in the riding. All the videos are almost rendered, so you'll be able to see them over the next couple days. I'll get them uploaded, but anywho, so first positive obviously is that we walked off the track both days. You know, didn't have a crash where we couldn't walk away from it or anything, and that's always like the most important thing. Second most important is you had a good time. I always have fun when I'm racing, so that was cool. Now beyond that, some things I noticed that I did well. Number one, I'm charging a lot harder this year than I have before. There's different things, like at Redbud I noticed, you know, charging down the hills, at least partially down the hills, as opposed to before when I would just cruise up to the top of the hill, and as soon as I crested it, I would slow down. Same thing with this weekend. I would charge into corners harder, you know, charge jumps harder, whatever. Another positive was, even with crashing, even with putting in the charges I didn't pump up. I have a horrible habit of gripping too tight and, you know, being too stiff, white knuckle riding, and I didn't have that issue at all, which was really nice. Even, like I said, with crashing, with putting in charges, trying to catch up to people, didn't pump up, didn't have arm pump, didn't get tight, so that was good. Now, some things that I've learned to do practice riding, but haven't quite got them initiated in race form. First thing would be staying in ruts. I know mentally I need to look farther ahead, and that will just drive me into my line like I need to. However, when I get in a race form, I don't do as well with it, which sucks. I know what to do, I know how to do it. It's just one of those things that slips my mind. Well, it doesn't really slip my mind. It's just like, I don't know, it's a habit that I'm trying to break, because it's not easy, because my natural reaction is to look straight down, right in front of the front fender at the rut, and that's what causes me to be like all crazy, which most of you probably know, but I know I need to look farther forward, which I'm not doing. But again, that will come with just seat time and practice. It's like we've learned it, we just have to actually apply it. Execution is what we're lacking at that point. So that's fine, I know that'll come. Another thing, carrying the front brake through corners to keep myself in ruts. I don't do that as well even on the practice track. It's just a mind fuck for me, because I come from a street bike background, which you never touch the front brakes on a street bike in a corner, and on a dirt bike you're supposed to ride on them a little bit. So that's just one of those things. I'm learning it slowly. You know, another thing that I wasn't controlling well this weekend, and luckily I didn't pump up from it, was my breathing. And I knew I wasn't controlling it, but I knew I needed to. So yeah, I mean, like I said, there's things I did well, things I didn't do well, you know. Try to stay on the positives. Like I said, a big positive is that I didn't pump up all weekend, because I've had a horrible history here for the last 3 years since I've been riding motocross of pumping up and getting tight and barely being able to hold on to the bike, and I haven't had that issue. I had it a little bit at Redbud. It wasn't awful, but I did have a little bit. But we haven't had that issue. We didn't have that issue this weekend, so that was good. We'll see how Sunday goes. Sunday we're gonna go racing again. So yeah, that's the plan. That's the vlog for today. Thanks for watching, really appreciate it, and we will see everybody tomorrow.